Kevin's got to be talking to you.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Sports and Songs podcast. We're on season 4, episode number 6. Tonight is the songs edition or the music edition, Andy.
Yeah.
Today it's 12/22, so December 22nd, Christmas is coming up. Merry Christmas, Andy.
Yes, Merry Christmas. This episode, okay, go back, rewind if you're watching it. Make it a drinking game. Every time we say the word Christmas, take a drink. Fair warning. You're at 2 right now. Yeah. Not you, Dan, because you got to run the board. So, yeah.
So we're not going to say Happy Holidays. It's going to be Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
We're December 22nd. This is a Thursday night. We've got music, and in particular an album review, but we tied it into the Christmas holidays.
Groundbreaking album.
Groundbreaking. We're going to do a little Twisted Sister tonight. So Twisted Sister.
Really do just a little Twisted Sister.
It's going to be interesting because we're going to do the album called A Twisted Christmas. The 2006 album, the 6th and final studio album by Twisted Sister. Here we go. There it is. There we go. Twisted Sister, a Twisted Christmas. They did a full studio album.
Yep.
Using traditional Christmas songs in a metal format. So that'll be our topic tonight. It's pretty good.
Yep.
They released this October of 2006. The album features classic Christmas songs performed in metal versions, often featuring some lyrical changes as well. So although this is not properly a concept album, the album begins with a version of Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas, done in the traditional pop music that's interrupted by a bit of banter by the group's members. Then segue into the band's standard heavy metal style, incorporating festive elements such as tolling bells, sounds of bells. The track Heavy Metal Christmas, the 12 Days of Christmas, includes a section known as We Wish You a Twisted Christmas, and that closes out the album in a burst of clapping and cheers. This album, Andy, is 41 minutes, 50 seconds long. All right, let's get to the songs. Now, these are all songs you're going to know. Everyone listening to this will know these songs. It's not taken out of context or context or switched up. It's just metal versions of the songs. It starts
the way you learned it as a kid. Yep.
Yeah. Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. Song 2 is O Come All Ye Faithful. 3 is White Christmas. Now in White Christmas, backing vocals, Doro Pesch does backing vocals on this song, White Christmas. I'll Be Home for Christmas. This one, Lita Ford, co-lead vocals. I'll Be Home for Christmas. Lita Ford makes an appearance here on I'll Be Home for Christmas. Song 5 is Silver Bells. Song 6, I Saw Mommy Kissing Santa Claus. Song 7, Let It Snow, Let It Snow, Let It Snow. And some of these are pretty good. They're actually done very well. Song 8, Deck the Halls. Song 9, The Christmas Song, also called Chestnuts Roasting on an Open Fire. They were written by Mel Torme. Song 10 is Heavy Metal Christmas, and this is your 12 Days of Christmas with the lyrics all messed up.
Yeah.
But in the same exact song, the traditional music with lyrics brought in by Twisted Sister themselves. That's a 5-minute, 14-second song. It ends up with a hidden track, We Wish You a Twisted Christmas, 36 seconds on a twisted track. Now, we all know the personnel. You, maybe, Andy, more than the rest of us.
Yep.
But, Dee Snider, lead vocals. J.J. French, guitars. Eddie Fingers Ojeda, guitars.
Ojeda.
And then Mark the Animal Mendoza on bass.
Yep.
And DJ Pero on drums. So the interesting thing is the album was recorded from June, July, and August of 2006. That must have been odd doing it that time of year, but they got it all prepped. The band produced the album themselves. And now, get this. Twisted Sister also filmed a studio performance of Heavy Metal Christmas for GameTap. But unusually, this video featured frontman Dee Snider without his makeup.
Yep.
And the only other notes I've got here, heavy metal, Ozzy Osbourne's influence on the group and its music is name-checked in closing number song Heavy Metal Christmas, 12 Days of Christmas. And here are the gifts, the promised gifts being 12 silver crosses, 11 black mascaras, 10 pairs of platforms, 9 tattered t-shirts, 8 pentagrams, 7 leather jackets, 6 cans of hairspray, 5 skull head rings, 4 quarts of Jack, 3 studded belts, 2 pairs of spandex pants, and a tattoo of Ozzy.
Yes.
So have you got any other notes here, Andy? I know you've got some things here put together.
They did release 3 songs off the album, if I recall. I'll Be Home for Christmas was one of them. I remember seeing that video. They did release 3 songs. There also was a bonus track of White Christmas that Eddie Ojeda does the vocals on.
Oh, okay.
On there. And I got some other notes here. On there, there's a picture of the band, the boys.
Yes.
And then there's our fearless leader, Dee Snider. Kind of a cross between the Grinch and Santa Claus. Kind of looked at it. First of all, I'm talk about Twisted Sister themselves. This year, I didn't even know this building existed. They're going into the Metal Hall of Fame.
Interesting.
In California. Lou Graham was also being inducted this year into the Metal Hall of Fame from Foreigner, Lou Graham.
Okay.
Out in California. Steve Vai and Mike Petroni are going to be inducted. Mike is the one who fills in for Twisted Sister after AJ Pero passed away. And
okay.
Steve Vai is just him and JJ French and Eddie Ojeda are just tight, so he's going to be there too, helping with some of the inductions. The Twisted Sister legacy, like I said, the Twisted album was kind of their last one they did. They funded themselves. I think it was kind of like their farewell to everything, in my opinion. They were hanging it up. They were done. Let's do the album we want to do, type of thing. It's a classic Christmas songs. Nothing wrong with it. A lot of lists. If you see if they make their list. Hey, here's Twisted Sister's best albums or best songs or whatever else. This is always considered their worst album by people.
Okay. Because
it's not a metal album. I mean, it is a metal album, but it's not metal songs. It's Christmas songs. But I think the best Christmas song ever, David Bowie and Bing Crosby, Little Drummer Boy. Best Christmas song ever. One of my favorite David Bowie songs. And it's a Christmas song. A lot of artists, I think, have really done good jobs with Christmas songs. This kind of started the whole bit. No one had been doing it for years, where bands of any type. Oh, sure, they'd release a song here and there for the holidays, but they never did an album. Were they frontiers on it? Has everybody done one since? No, but it was who they are. I think kind of shows you that Twisted Sister took music seriously, but you got to laugh at yourself too.
Well, to spend 3 months in the studio with these guys, these heavy metal guys doing Christmas songs on it's serious. It's kind of comical at the same time. Right. They're doing it in fun, but they're also, practicing and rehearsing to get the song down. They're pretty, they were focused.
And the videos are in Twisted Sister style, where they're having fun with the holidays and stuff like that. So give them that. Now, you say they recorded in the summer. You got to think about, though, okay, what other Christmas songs to get it out in time? Of course, you're recording in the summer, so it's not like at end of October you want to pump an album out real quick. I mean, now with Spotify and that, you probably could, but back then, they did try a few tours afterwards. Dee Snider has since sold most of the music library. He wrote almost everything Twisted Sister did, so he sold a lot of this stuff. Still owns the naming rights and that on some things, but that's why you see we're not going to take it in a lot of TV ads now, because D don't have the full say anymore.
Okay.
But JJ French, you can hear him. He's got his own podcast. Mark the Animal is a lot of behind-the-scenes production music stuff. AJ Pirro, of course, has passed away. Dee Snider has the House of Hair. We hear that every now and then. And just one more thing about Eddie Ojeda. Eddie Ojeda's Twisted Hot Sauce.
Oh, yes.
You can get it at twistedhotsauce.com. And Dee's on a couple of the albums, so Dee must have a name in there too. But use Twisted, so Dee's getting his hands
All
in
right,
the
what is the website again, Andy?
twistedhotsauce.com.
Love it.
There's a couple flavors right there, $8.99. Those of you who watch the wrestling podcasts I do, Jim Ross has JR's barbecue sauce, same sort of stuff. These are not available in stores. You have to order online only. Eddie Ojeda being a New York guy, a Jersey guy, maybe some small stores out there might have it, but for a majority of our fans here who are Midwesterners, you're going to have to get it online. And no, you're not going to get it in time for Christmas. But you can get it in time for the Super Bowl. Order now. That Super Bowl in February. Have it with your buddies then.
Oh, perfect.
Cherry Habanero and the Peach Carolina Reaper. 5-ounce bottles for $9. Well, $8.99. $9.
Reefer?
Reaper.
Oh,
Reaper.
yes. All right.
Reaper.
Sorry. My bad.
Did I say reefer? Oh, sorry.
No.
Intern Kevin's been in the studio here lately. It's kind of that's what I got there for the boys. I think, like I said, hats off to him for doing the album. I enjoy the album very much. It's a Christmas album. It's the old two Christmas songs we've all grown up to listening to. You're not going to catch your mom and dad tapping their toes and singing along with you, but they're not going to be mad you're playing it either.
Yeah, it's not Weird Al Yankovic, making fun of the song or redoing it.
Right.
This is redoing the music, keeping the lyrics.
Oh yeah. I mean, get the country music stations are playing Christmas songs by country artists. It's the same song. They're just putting their own little twang on it with their guitars and stuff.
Now, what I'm thinking, from a business standpoint, Andy, the genre that they've got labeled here for this album is Christmas, hard rock, heavy metal, and holiday/seasonal. So people type in that, they do a search, they pull this stuff up. This album's going to pull up, whereas no other heavy metal band is going to have that be the response or an answer to a search, any kind of internet search like that. So this will come up even on your Spotify. You do Christmas or holiday music or seasonal, this album will appear. So very interesting that way too. I think of more of that's something that Gene Simmons, would have done. Yeah, but it's never done.
Surprisingly, it's never did one after this.
Get into another market. Now the thing I like about this, Andy, I'm sure you will as well, but even though they're doing their own songs and their own music, they pay homage to other bands that they like.
Yep.
You got another thing coming. That main riff from Judas Priest is in I Saw Mommy Kissing Santa Claus.
Yep.
Boys Are Back in Town by Thin Lizzy. That guitar riff is in Deck the Halls. AC/DC, the song Problem Child. You'll hear that, twinges of that on Silver Bells. And Black Sabbath's Children of the Grave, you'll hear a little bit on Deck. Was it Deck the Halls? Let's see.
I think so.
So you also hear that. Now they also, on 2006, December 13th, 2006, they appeared on The Tonight Show with Jay Leno. And they did, "Oh Come All Ye Faithful." They performed that.
That's the other video, yep.
So it's, they got some media. They got some national media. They released this in October. It got some pretty, I think, heavy rotation in November, just in time for the holidays. They do Jay Leno. It's got the festive, album cover. But it is, like you said, it's their last one. It's kind of a farewell studio album, if you will.
I'm pretty sure Dee Snider's House of Hair this weekend will have it on.
Oh, yes.
Get the videos on YouTube and watch them. They're good. They're fun. They're Twisted Sister fun videos. And you're going to know the songs. I'll Be Home for Christmas with Dee and Lita. Dee's got a nice voice. If you look back at the Stay Hungry album, The Price, he's got a good voice. They're musicians. They're not just out there. They're not Gwar out there just making noise.
Yeah.
Okay? They're musicians.
Yeah.
So
it's very well done. It's one you can pop in. You're not going to offend anyone, whether they like heavy metal or not. They're going to know the songs. You're going to be able to pop it in. People are going to listen to it in, whether they like it or not. But it's a very interesting piece. Very well done. Anything more on Twisted Sister, Andy?
No. Just like I said, yeah, Dee's got his House of Hair. You can hear on syndicated radio sometimes. JJ French has a podcast. Eddie Ojeda's he's done a solo album. He's doing other work here and there. He kind of stays out of the social media light, so it's hard to find a lot on him. But you can get his barbecue sauce.
Well, I got to listen. I got to listen to that bonus track that was done with him singing, and then get some of that hot sauce. I think.
Yeah, Axis to Axis is one solo album. He had a daughter, Michelle, was in a band at one time, did something. I couldn't find a lot on them. He's done some production work and other stuff, so he's still very musically involved. They're all looking great, sounding great. I'm sure they'll be performing together. Look up Metal Hall of Fame as they get inducted in January. The band will get back together, minus AJ, of course, but Mike will be playing in with them. So you'll see the boys back together then. It's hard. Now, fair warning. Like we said about Bon Jovi a couple weeks ago, John Bon Jovi doesn't have the hair anymore. Dee Snider still has his hair. I think that's his moneymaker.
Oh, yes.
JJ French has no hair anymore. So when you look at him, don't go, hey, who replaced JJ French? No, that's him.
That is him.
He just don't have the hair anymore. And he's involved. I think he's got a child who's in the music business still too. Mark the Animal just wears it all back in tight ponytail because it's going away. And you'll see that in the Christmas videos. They're getting old, boys and girls, just like the rest of us.
It is what it is.
But and except Dee Snider, he looked like hell 30 years ago. He looks like hell now. So sorry, Dee, love you.
But they're able to laugh at themselves. They have a good time and put out some good stuff. So
that's what we got.
All right, everyone. Merry Christmas.
Christmas music.
Merry Christmas. And we'll see you next week with another album review here at the start of 2023.
Yes, will be our last one, our last album review for the year. Well, give us your suggestions, what you want.
Awesome. Have a good one.
See ya.